Hey guys, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the various logic layers that we have available in Aesir and how you can best use those to create your own trading bot and your own custom logic. Aesir currently supports 3 different logic layers. So exactly what is a logic layer? The easiest way to explain it is that it's a set of rules that you get to define that your trading bot will evaluate into a condition and determine a buy signal. The first layer that I want to talk about is the volatility layer, because this was the first one that we ever created. The way it works is it uses something called the volatility threshold and a time window to determine if any assets are volatile enough to be bought. And the direction of the volatility is up to you. You can choose either increasing or decreasing direction, or both if you don't care about the direction of the volatility. As a practical example, let's say that you wanted to buy either Bitcoin or Ethereum whenever either of these assets has seen at least a 5% drop in price in the last 4 hours. Now, this is how this logic is connected together. So you could easily just change that to be increasing volatility. So in this scenario, the volatility layer will only buy coins that have gained at least 5% in the last 4 hours. The next layer that I want to talk about is the computed indicators layer. This uses computed trading view indicators and allows you to process multiple signals, but without having to specify the exact value of the indicators themselves. Let me show you an example of how that works. So first of all, you start off with a time frame. In this case, let's select this to be 15 minutes. Instead of defining the value that each indicator should have, these are actually computed by TradingView. So all you need to do is select the averages or the oscillators that you're interested in, and you're only going to compute the signal, right? So let's say we have selected SMA5 and SMA10, and we want to buy whenever the SMA5 returns a buy signal and the EMA10 returns a buy signal. So in that case, I would select both of those and I would just add a threshold of 2. Or I would also add RSI or stochastic RSI and then define a threshold of 2 for this as well. You don't have to define the actual values behind the indicators. The indicators are computed by TradingView and you only trade them when they return a buy signal. We've split them into moving averages and oscillators, but you also have the option to combine them. So if you combine them, you just get one single threshold instead of getting multiple thresholds. The difference here is that, for instance, if you have 2 moving averages with a threshold of 2 and 2 oscillators with a threshold of 2, it means that both this side of the logic and this side of the logic need to evaluate to true before a buy order can be placed. But if you choose to combine those thresholds, then you get a total of thresholds. So if I have SMA5, EMA10, and SMA10, as well as RSI and stochastic RSI, then I could select a threshold of 5 for all of them. That means I want all of them to return a buy signal before my bot can actually place an order. But I could go a little less restrictive. I could just set it to 2. I only want 2 out of these 5 indicators to return a buy signal in order for my bot to process a buy order, to create a buy signal. The relationship between the volatility and the computed indicator is AND. This cannot be edited at the moment, but we are planning to make it editable in the future. Means that if you add a volatility layer and a computed indicators layer, both of these need to be true in order for the bot to place an order. Now, this is where it gets fun. When we're talking about technical analysis, this works a little bit different than the rest. You can add multiple technical analysis layers, and you can also choose the conditional operator between each technical analysis layer. The first time you add one technical analysis layer, you will choose a time frame. So let's stick with 15 minutes here. The difference is that the technical analysis layer gives you the granularity to define the exact values that you wish an indicator to hit before a buy signal could be sent to the bot, right? So for instance, you would like to have the RSI with a value equal to 30. You may chain any number of technical analysis layers together, and you can choose the technical operator. This could be AND or OR. So you can see how this in itself becomes a very complex and very robust bot building system, even without the previous trading layers. But it's completely up to you whether you'd like to use some of them or all of them. Aesir just gives you the option to go as granular, as custom as you want it to go. Be sure to check the next video for more guides.